Welcome, my dear students. Children, now we are going to start the programming part of our syllabus, and in that part we'll start with a new chapter that name is Introduction to Functions. In today's video, we will be discussing about what are functions. We will be discussing about types of function, how to define functions, syntax of writing the functions, and we will also discuss the flow of execution and arguments and parameters. So let's start. First of all, let's try to understand that what is a function. What is a function? A function is a subprogram that acts on a data and often returns a value. For example, we have written any program, and in that program we have written certain lines of code that is doing some specific task that is known as a functions. We can create functions in our program, as many functions we can create. The functions can have arguments. It can perform certain functionality. That means you can make a functions to greet someone. You can make a function to calculate, let's suppose 2x square. We can also create a functions to add numbers, to find out the polynomial of a number, to find the quadratic equations, and so on. So there are many things and that we will use in functions. Now we'll try to understand that how to define the functions in a program. So the basic syntax of the function is how we write. So when we create a functions in a program, we can have arguments. It can perform certain functionality, and it can return the result. As you can see here in the simple line of code I have written, I'm going to highlight it right now. Just see this part. What is actually doing? It is calculating something. It is doing. It is nothing but it is finding out the function 2x square. It is finding out the value of 2x square and returning the result after the calculations. Now see this particular definition very carefully. So when to define a function in a program, we must start with the keyword DEF. We will start with our program with DEF. DEF means the function definition is starting. Then the function name. Here you can see in the picture it is function name. You can write your function name according to you. It can be it cannot be 1 2 3 starting from 1 2 3. It can be certain valid identifier. I have already told you that there are some rules of creating the identifiers. Then a function name is always followed by some parameters. These parameters, whatever we write in the parentheses, just see here, whatever we write in the parentheses, it is optional. That means either we can skip this part or either we write it here something. Okay, so that is known as a valid identifiers, which is written inside the parameters and followed by the colon. And after that we can have some statements which are intended inside the function, and the function can contain return statement. As we are discussing that a function can return something, now let's see this function, this particular function, this image very carefully. What this program is actually doing, this program is calculating the value of 2x square. We'll start the flow of execution from here, where my mouse is actually right now. We'll start from here. What is actually doing? From here we'll start. We have just entered the value of a, and then flow of control will go up here on the function. Now whatever value the user will provide for the a, for example the user has provided the value 5, so the 5 value will be given here, and 2 into 5 raised to the power 2, the value will be calculated in this way. Fine. So now let's discuss about that. What are the types of function? We have basically three types of functions. We have built-in functions, we have user-defined functions, and functions defined in the modules. Functions defined in the modules. Built-in functions are those functions which is already been defined or known to the known to the interpreter. That means we will not use it, we will not define those function in the program, we can use it directly writing the name of those functions. Then we have a user defined function. That means the functions which we people define. For example, here I have made a function cal something. This is the user defined functions. And for example, and third one is the function defined in the modules. For example, we have a module called math, and in math we have many mathematical functions like sine, cos, tan, etc. Now let's start defining the function. This is the basic syntax of the function. We'll always start with the keyword def, then the function name. This is the function name which we use, which the user oftenly made, and then these are the arguments or parameters, and followed by a certain statement. That means this complete defines this is the syntax of your function. Next, here are some examples of the function. For example, here I have made a function called sum, in which two arguments are passed, x and y. See the second function here. In this function there is no argument passed. This function is simply printing the message called good morning. Now I have already discussed with you the flow of execution. The flow of execution is the order in which the statements are executed during the program run. I already told you that how it runs. The program always run with the help of main functions. That means definition of the function will be called later on. First of all, we'll go and we'll deal with the main function of the program. We'll understand this particular method of flow of execution with the help of a program. So let's go and let's find out the working of simple program, that is program to add two numbers through functions. So my dear students, let's try to understand the functioning of the functions and how the flow of execution actually works in my functions. So this is the program to find out the sum of two numbers using the functions. So my main program start here from number 1 and number 2. In number 1 and number 2, let's suppose as a user I have passed the value, because it's a float value. So here I am passing it's like 2.5, and again I will just pass 2 point and 5. 2.5 and 2.5 value I will give. So that means to num1 and num2 I have passed the value 2.5 and 2.5. So these 2.5 and 2.5 value will go to the calculate sum, that is the parameters which we have passed in x and y. Here in this particular function, the 2.5 and 2.5 value will be added and the value is returned to this particular cal sum. So let's try to run this program and see what is the results of this program. So what I'm trying to do, here I go, just wait a sec, here I go. F5, what is the problem? Yes, for example, I have passed the value 2.5 and second number also I have passed 2.5 and the sum of the two numbers is 5.0. This is how my simple function program works.